So talking about the feeding of the pigs, you find people just give like these leaves of the cabbage, leaves of matoke, and then they just get those other greens, some greens, and then kitchen waste. It is better to give these other leaves from plants than to give kitchen waste. Kitchen waste is automatically not recommended for feeding pigs, especially when you're doing it on commercial base. Yeah, but in Uganda, I have seen people giving it not because it is okay, but they have no option. Because sometimes feeds become expensive.
So what are the best feeds you can offer the pigs?
For pigs?
Yeah.
One.
Can you go for maize bran?
Yep. You can go for maize bran.
Then other ingredients?
Yeah, you can go for maize bran. You mix with other ingredients, and the best way to cut your cost of feeding pigs is to mix your own feeds.
Like if I go to maize bran and I mix up with silverfish.
Yeah, that is it. You can.
What if I like also add some rice husk also there?
Rice husk?
Yeah.
Of course, those are the energy sources. Yeah. Those are all carbohydrates. Yeah. And with feeding pigs, carbohydrates, depending on the quality you want, but most like over 70%, or 60 or 65%. Not very sure of the percentage right now. It is full of carbohydrates. So you may find that in a bag of feeds, which is like 100 kilograms, you find that only carbohydrate is 70%, like 70 kilograms. Yeah. And then the protein, which is the talking about soya, silverfish, you find that they are just less, maybe 15 kilograms of soya, something like that, maybe. So the best is to get a formula. You get a formula which can work well, and then you mix the feeds according to the formula. Because different formulas may go for different, different stages of the pigs. Yeah. So that is, but keeping pigs is a very nice, very profitable. Very quick return on your investment. And pigs are prolific, so they produce very many piglets. And if you sell them, you can get your money back so fast. Yeah. It is also one of the risky business in farming. It is also risky. Not like the risk is too high, but when you compare to someone who is keeping like goats, to me pigs are risky to keep, because almost 90% of, or even 100% of the diseases which affect goats, they have treatment. Yeah, for goats. Yeah. But now one of the dangerous disease of pigs is the swine, African swine fever, and then there has no vaccine, there has no treatment. The vets will just come and treat the secondary.
That is the only disease like most of pigs suffer from, which kills them.
Yeah. In fact, I think.
Is there another serious disease that attacks pigs?
Yeah, there are other serious diseases, and which are also very serious and are very fatal, like talking about pneumonia. Yeah, there is also pneumonia in pigs, of which it comes as a result of some management issues. Yeah, so management issues like in your pig sty. Maybe it is too watery, too cold, what? Yeah, so but then I think the most dangerous disease of pigs is the swine fever. Just because it has no treatment, it has no vaccine.
So like when we talk about the pig sty, do I have to need to cement the floor, or I don't need to clean the floor, but I just have to put
No.
some beddings on it.
No. Pigs need a rough floor. They don't need a smooth one.
Yeah.
Cementing the floor for the pigsty is not recommended.
Like you don't cement it smooth like
Yeah.
this kind of
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah, you can like that one is okay because like that floor is not too smooth.
Yeah,
It's
not-
rough.
it's rough.
Yeah, and then you make it somehow slanted in a way that urine it is easy for you to wash, clean. Maybe put the droppings, but pigs are always also wise. They just drop in one point. They don't drop in the whole house. That is one good thing with them. So when you're making like a pigsty, it should be as well aerated as possible. Huh? Like if you want to raise a wall, like I told you, up to like 1 meter. Beyond that, it is not all that now good, because if what they just want is for the pig not to jump out. Anything that can prevent the pig from jumping out. That's why people use these timbers, and it is okay.
Yeah.
Because it is not all about, as long as rain cannot enter to damp the floor, yeah, to make the floor damp, that is the best. But then the floor, just a rough one. You can even not use this type of concrete. You can even use, you can get stones. There are those stones which are large like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you lay them on the floor very well, and you use a mixture of cement,
Yeah.
and then you make it like that. That is still okay for the pigs. When you want to use a beddings, beddings is also okay, but still on the ground you will have to make it cemented or
Yeah.
because if you leave it like that, they will burrow them. They will just keep on removing soil from the ground, and one time you find they're all out because they can go as deep as they want.
Yeah.
But keeping pigs is a nice thing, nice business. I think if not pigs, I can keep goats. Me, I can never go for cattle
That's what they give.
because cattle take long. They
Take long to give
take
the
long, and for you to sell like cattle, you'll have to spend lots of years.
To get something, to get the return of cow takes some period of time.
Yeah, to get the return out of calves, you will have to take a long time.
So me, I would prefer to go for pigs. That risky business is what I want to do.
Yeah, the more risky the business is, also
Regardless.
the more risky the business is, the more profitable it is.
Exactly.
Me, I can recommend,
I really want to go for what people fear is what I want to do.
and the next business is poultry.
The what?
Poultry.
Yeah.
They also has money. They have money.
That I'm also
If you're interested in getting good money, poultry is also one of the business that just depend on some few things. If you learn them, then you will be successful in keeping the pig, the poultry, the birds. Any question on piggery again?
Leave your resources.
But it is very easy. Just
Like, what of the vaccination you have to do?
for
Vaccine.
piggery,
For pigs.
normally, it is pigs are one of the animals that has the most few diseases which are vaccinated. Yeah, it's also a very rare thing that it depends on which kind of business you want to do. Do you want to sell piglets? Do you want to sell them for meat? Huh? You understand? Yeah, but there are some few diseases which are vaccinated. Yeah, right now I may not recall the name of the vaccines, but there are some few which, of course, when you're keeping
In most cases, I want to sell that for meat.
For meat, then, because there are ages that you will have to target the weight. So there are other diseases that you may not need to vaccinate even when you're going to sell them for meat, because you keep them for a shorter time and then you sell them.
What I want to do is that, like when they first give birth for the first time, those piglets, I don't sell them.
Yeah.
I have to make sure that I raise them to the point where I can sell them for meat. You see that? That's when I offload them off. That's my target. For meat production, I don't want to deal with pigs.
Yeah, I think that is a good business, a good line of business. When you're keeping them for meat production, I think that's the best. And then also for, you can even sell the piglets, because people need piglets.
I have a large number of them.
Yeah, people need piglets for breeding. People need them for the others who need them also to market, to start their farm, like that. The best thing is for you to find that there is at least a market of what you want. There must be a market, because once you fail to get market, those things start eating onto your money, onto the profit that you should get. But the market for pig is always available. Always available. I think for your case in Uganda, we are one of the most consumers. I think even in East Africa.
I think it's not becoming worldwide.
Yeah, I think we consume a lot of pork when it comes to the market for pork in Uganda. I don't know the statistic right now, but we are on the top. Yeah, we are on the top for the people consuming pork in Africa.
Like at what stage you have to give the iron shot vaccine?
The iron
shot.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Of the birth.
Yeah, from birth 3 days you have to give them iron. Yeah. And that is the first way of controlling the ammonia. I mean pneumonia. Yeah. In piglets, because they are it is very dangerous to them.
What if I'm going to buy a piglet from a farmer, but a farmer did not give the iron shot for a piglet? That's very good.
Yeah, it is.
It is. To leave the pig, so I have to take the pig and give the iron shot.
It is okay. You can take the pig, because iron is not something like which has the stages. You can give to older pigs. You can give to so the reason why we give it to piglets is because we want them to skip that stage, which they are very susceptible to pneumonia.
Yeah.
So this is like disturbing the piglets so much. So when you give them at that stage, they're able to grow well without having that disease disturbing them at that early stage. Yeah, but when the iron is given at any stage, when the pig is pregnant, you give. Yeah. So, and when you give when they're pregnant, it's also good for the piglets which are going to be delivered, because it is all about giving. You know, iron is for blood. Yeah, so it will make the mother have enough blood. You know, giving birth is all about losing blood also. So that is it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now for the pigs for meat production. For how long can you keep pigs for meat production?
For meat production, it depends on the weight that you want and the breed that you have. When you have exotic breeds, that they get that weight that you want fast. But when you have
It's local.
these local breeds, they also attain less weight within a long time. So how long depends on the breed. You understand? Yeah, but when you have a good breed, you can sell pigs even after 6 months. Yeah, because a pig of 2 months, you will just, if you may not carry it easily. 3 months, 4 months, 5, 6. You will be selling your pigs, but for the some local breeds, you have to keep them for a year or more for you to attain just maybe 30 kilograms of pork. Eh? Yeah. So that's the challenge with local breeds. They take long to mature. So that is it.